So, welcome to Logi by Accident, or let's tier rate some Logi ships. We're starting with the Logi frigates. So we have the T1 versions, the Bantam, the Inquisitor. I don't know about that one, the Burst. So they all do 16 HP, and the difference to the T2 version is that they have more tank, a faster cycle time, and usually they have an extra bonus like the Deacon and the Kirin. They get more tank out of their modules, and the the Talia and the Scalpel, they get a signature bonus. So, as well as some drone logistics, blah blah blah. So then we come to the Logi snowflakes to show up. So we have, since the recent patch, two T3 Logi Desis, but only in the defense mode. We have the TC3 cruisers, which have a support configuration. So it's like a support module, which allows them to fit remote reps and as well command links. On the top right, we have the Rodiva and the Samzat, which are like armor wrappers, single point of repair. And as another niche one, it's the Nestor, which is the only battleship which has a repair bonus, but also locked on armor. Then we come to the logistic cruisers. On the top, we have the T1 versions, and the bottom the T2, as well as the equivalent to the blah 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 to the frigates. It goes like that the T2 versions gets an extra bonus. So for the Guardian and the Basilisk, which the one which have a remote cap transfer bonus, so they link each other, like you need two of them. They get a tank bonus and reduction of capacitor used for the remote cap. On the other side, you have the speedy ones, which is the Onirus armor version. Sky is the shield one, which Onirus gets decreased plate penalty and as well in remote tracking bonus. And the Scimitar is the alternative version, which gets less signature penalty on the shield extenders, but also has a remote tracking bonus. So yeah, what do they do? 200, 250, 300, depends on. That's all without fleet bonuses, any boosts, blah blah blah, just T2 and give him. So then we come to the big ones, the Chonkas, which you see the Apostle, the Liv, the Minokawa, and oh god, the Niansu, the Loggerhead, and the Dagon. They need a triage modus, so they consume fuel, can't move array, and therefore they get 120% repair mount, 50% cycle time, and therefore they do whooping 3160 with 2 and like 4800 with T2s. So they are ridiculous powerhouses, but they also manage like if you can kill one, you can kill all of them. So let's see what's most used. That's a NILSEC perspective with some lookouts into others' perspective. So usually you see the Deacon and the Kirin because of the tank bonus. Same goes for the Guardian and Basilisk, but you also see Onirus and Scimitar because depending on the numbers, you bring either these instead of that, because for these you need at least 2. You want to have a minimum of 3. 4 is better. As you see, it's a number game, blah blah blah. On the top right, you see the Nestor and the Guardian looking from the side. That's wormhole stuff because they work very well here. Nestor is also not that big in the signature, so that's another bonus. And on the right bottom, you see the capital stuff, mostly because of the Minokawa and the Apostle are mainly used, but also the others are used, so they all have their usage. So we have this. We still don't know what's the best one. So what's the best logistic cruiser? Yeah, it's hard to say because if you want something tanky and repairing and staying sustainable, then you want to have Basilisk or Guardian. If you want to have pure wrap amount and be like, yeah, I just want to have more, you go Rediva Zamzat. If you're speeding around and do a kite comp or something, it's either the Skite or the Onirus. And then you have the TC3, which are magical unicorns. So you could do 100 MN, T3 Logi something. I don't know, whatever. There's options. That's why I'm magic unicorns. So there is not the best, but depending on the case you want to do, you choose something of this. No worries, there's more. Since you all saw the HP numbers and everywhere, we're going for logistic drones. Keep in mind that if you have like 5 T2 heavies, doesn't matter if it's shield or armor because they all do the same amount. It's similar to an Inquisitor. So yeah, if you have more of that, you just like pump out small mini deacons, which is also really awesome. And if you ask yourself, how much is it on a T1 Logi Cruiser with the drone bonus? T1 is 45 and 40, no, 45, 54 and 64.8. So just for an explanation. So is there a ship, as already said, for any kind of use what you have, there is like a solution or a ship which works together or is like efficient? Just have a look out. Thank you very much. That's King Carnifex with the Logi discussion. What's the best Logi, which you cannot say. It's all depending on the usage, and for every usage we have a logistics. Keep wrapping up the guys. Bye bye.